Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us for World Card Making Day. My name is Robbie Rubala and I am a demonstrator in the United States, specifically North Carolina. For my card, I'm going to be using Yuletide Village. I'm going to use this house, the tree, and maybe the snowflakes. I haven't decided. All right. My card base is white. I am also using the Season of Elegance DSP. This is the paper I use, but I'm using the back, and I've got that piece. That's Pretty Peacock. I am using the Frozen Edges dies, and it's the Snowflake one. And I'm also using the Spotlight on Nature dies, and it's this one. Now, if you don't have either of these, no worries. This is about a 3 1/4, maybe a little bit bigger circle, so you could cut one of those. And then this piece is going underneath. So you could put a piece of ribbon across here. Check your stash and use what you have. All right, so let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, we can't start. I'm using Memento ink, Pretty Peacock ink, and my watercolor pencils. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp our house. All right, oops. And I'm going to stamp it. Oh, I've got some spots that aren't inked up. Hang on. Better. All right, I'm going to stamp this to the left. I was going to do it to the right, but it looked funny to me. All right, so there's my house. Then I'm going to stamp my tree, oops, with the black also. I think I need to re-ink my pad. And I'm going to stamp my tree right next to my house. And then I think I'm going to add some snow at the top just to give it some interest. All right, what I have to do is I have to off stamp this because this is too dark. Much better. All right. So I'm going to stamp this here like so. If you've got something that's dark, off stamp it and that helps. There we go. Now I have my snow. Now to give some color to my house, I'm going to use my watercolor pencils and a blender pen. So I have a blender pen here and I'm looking for basic gray. I'm going to color my roof with basic gray. I need to sharpen this one. It's got an edge that won't let me color it. Okay, so there's my roof. And I do my, I color everything and then I just go back later and fix it. All right, I need to do my tree and I have the original set. All right, I'm going to use this one. All right, so I'm going to just color this in randomly down so it looks like snow in spots. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just kind of go with what you think. All right. I need a color for my house. I don't think I have anything that's Pretty Peacock. That's upside down. What is this one? Ooh, that's close to Pretty Peacock, so that's what I'm gonna do. I hope you are playing along with this. Even if you make your cards after you watch the video and make it after, we would love to see what you do. All right, so there's my house. Now, I need to find my daffodil because our house has to have some light. And again, I am not being careful with it. All right, I need that color back. Was this it? Yeah. I did not do my door, and I want my door darker, so I'm just going to press it a little harder. And then I got to go back to my basic gray to do my shutters. All right, almost. I don't know why they have shutters upstairs and not downstairs. All right, time for the pen. All right, I'm going to do all the basic gray first. So what your blender pen does is it smooths it out and gives it a nice color. I'm scribbling off in between so it doesn't get too dark. All right. And then my door, I'm going to do so it's really dark. Now I have to do my windows. Oh, I didn't do my shutters. Let me do those. And then we're going to do the tree. So I'm just kind of going over it wherever the green is, just to give it some look, you know, to smooth it out some. And then that is, oh, I haven't done my chimney. Oh, goodness gracious. Here's my basic gray. I'm going to do the top of it in basic gray, and I need my real red. Now, real red looks fine, kind of funky. I press extra hard to get it to be red because most of the time it looks pink. Excuse me. All right, the last thing we need, and I forgot to add this, is Wink of Stella, because you want to have some sparkly snow. So go over your snow with your Wink of Stella. Don't forget the one at the bottom, just because it sparkles. And then we're going to do the tree, and you got to be careful when you do this because you don't want to pick up the green. So just be careful when you do it. All right, and make sure you clean your pen so that it doesn't get all over it. So now we have a really pretty image. Let's get our card put together. All right, first thing we need to do is fold and burnish our card base. All right. This is going to go on here like so. And there is some lines to it, so just kind of look at it and see which way you prefer. I did not use the gold side. I thought it was too distracting. If you like the gold side, you can use the gold side. And my glue hasn't been used in a while. I took it with me when I went to my daughter's and hardly used it. I took way more than I could have done in the week I was there. You guys do that. I try to take enough to keep me busy, and then I always overdo it. All right, now, this goes on next, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on here and then trim it. So let me get some double-sided tape. Found it. It was hiding under my Big Shot. All right. Now, you may not have what we are using. All right, I got to make sure I put this on straight. Shop your stash. I am all about using what you have. I mean, money is tight for everybody, so make sure you shop your stash and use what you have and just use the layout idea. All right, now I've got to take this off and this off. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't knock it over and create a scene. All right, I'm going to pull it up some, like so. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some cutting. So I'm going to cut this here, and I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to cut this piece off. So my snowflake kind of hangs out. And actually, no, can't. All right, now I'm going to come over here. And you have to be careful that you don't go past your card. All right, let's cut this one up this way. This, this die it's interesting to work with. All right, I've got to be careful because I can't cut. I can't separate it, or I could. You know what? That might work better. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to separate it. Like so. And let's do the same here. I'm kind of going in a different direction than I thought I would, because I wanted the snowflakes to show. All right, now, there it is. And they were wider than I thought they were. All right. So, let me go here. It's joined over here, that's why. They did this so that it wouldn't separate, but I am all right, come on. I'm trying to cut this piece off, and it's being a pain. It doesn't want to cut. Oh, because there's another piece behind it, which I don't want to cut off. All right, there we go. Now it should cut. There. All right. So this is going to go on here like so, and I will put this piece over here. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it. And I'm going to use some glue. And then I'm going to put that on with dimensionals so it has some there we go. All right, so it has some dimension to it. All right, there. But see, it doesn't cut the whole thing out. I'm still trying to use it, but it's kind of different from what I'm used to using. All right, and I caught the tip of that one so it would stay. And I'm just going to add a bunch of I want to catch that tip so that it doesn't pull off. And then I'll go around and add more. I love the idea, but, and it could be me. It could be me trying to figure out how to use it. All right, now I'm going to take my backs off. And if you want, you can stamp the snowflakes at the top of this with white, but I'd have to clean it, which I can do. The other thing you could do is, if you have any of the shimmery white paper left, you can take and use it, and then you wouldn't have to have Wink of Stella. Let me clean this, and I'm going to add some white snowflakes. Okay, this is the craft or the uninked pad. All right, so I'm going to stamp snowflakes here and here. And I need a Post-it note so I can stamp there. So here's a Post-it note I can use. All right, so let me ink this up. And you kind of have to play with how to get it in there. I think this side would be better. There we go. And there's the idea for you. And don't forget to decorate the inside of your card and your envelope to carry your theme all the way through. Now, the next person up is Sharon Dalton, so make sure you stick around to see what she has for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.